Robert, I
Adkins.
recognize your name.
Yeah, I interviewed you almost 10 years ago for Close Range. And
Right, yeah.
yeah, it was when I first started this blog of mine, and you were one of the first interviews I've done. And almost a decade later, here we are again, man.
We are again, yeah, still at it.
Yes,
Both of us.
exactly. I am excited to talk to you about Diablo. You made a claim that this was one of the best movies you ever done, and I have to tell you, I totally agree with you
Oh,
100%.
brilliant. Oh, that's great to hear, mate. Brilliant. Yeah, because you can't see the woods through the trees sometimes. You're that close to it. You need to send it out to the audience and get the feedback, but I felt really good about it the whole time. So
Yeah,
that's
not
great.
yeah, not just it was a good action movie in terms of the action, but it had a really good story that kept me engaged. Like all the little
Yeah.
twists that come in, it just made it. I'm like, holy crap! I think this is better than some of the A-list Hollywood flicks that came out this year so far. It's like,
Okay,
wow.
man. Brilliant. Yeah, well, job done then. Yes, I'll pat myself on the back. Well done, Scott. Well done.
So I understand that you, Marco, and Ernesto came up with the story together. Where did the genesis come from in terms of the story?
Dinners with and wine, although Marco doesn't drink, but I do. With Marco in Berlin when we're working on John Wick 4, very much inspired by No Country for Old Men, especially with Marco's character having a bit of a weirdo in there. And yeah, we just wanted to do something where we could both star in a film together. And he wanted me to work with Ernesto, who he's done all of his films in Chile with. And that was a brilliant experience. I'm so glad I did that. And now I have to steal him away from Marco. No, I won't. We'll continue to make films together, I'm sure.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, but that was it. That's how we came up with the project.
That's awesome. And you had a lot of great screen time with Alana, and I like the
Yeah.
fact that you had this dynamic together where that's where the twists come, like some of the twists come in, and it even had a bit of comic relief, if you will, like a little break from the seriousness of the nature, you know,
Yeah.
the part where she's pointing the gun at you and kicking the seat. I just like giggled at that because it was
Yeah.
so funny. What was it like working with Alana with those scenes?
Brilliant. I mean, we were worried about casting that role because we knew we had to get the right person. And as soon as we decided on Colombia, the producer in Colombia was like, "You got to look at this girl. She's the one you want." And she was. You know, she did an audition. It was incredible. And then when we started to rehearse the scenes, she came in so prepared. She's such a like experienced actress for her age. And yeah, we just like she was giving ideas that we hadn't even thought about, and we knew that we were in the right hands. And then just to be on the set and do some improvisation and with the little time we had, she was fantastic. And yeah, she is the heart of the movie. So we had to get the right girl, and we absolutely did.
Yeah, I totally agree because I saw her last year in the movie called Dominique, and I thought
Yeah,
she was amazing in that movie.
yeah.
I had
We had
spoken to
some
her
of the
hard
same
about
producers of Dominique, so they were like, "You should look at her."
yeah, definitely. And this time Marco was the fight choreographer, and but I understand
Yeah.
Ernesto told me you had some input in the fight scenes as well. What was that like?
Well, I'll be honest. Like, you know, if I'm going to be the other guy, I always do. And I went down there and choreographed a little bit. But the truth is that Marco went ahead and just did all that. Yeah, he completely designed the action and did a flipping amazing job. I mean, I knew because he does that on on his own films, knew it'd
Yeah.
be fine. But yeah, excelled in that area because it's one thing to choreograph something, but really it's all about how you capture it with the camera. That's the
Yeah.
skill of it.
This was some of the best shot action, like the lot of sweepings and long shots
Yeah.
and even the
Well,
overhead.
also the director of photography is an ex-kickboxer, so he really understands the action as well, and he operates a lot of the time, not with the Steadicam, but when it's handheld, he was always operating. And when you got somebody like that, they know the timing of the moves and where to be to capture it properly.
Oh,
So yeah, we had a great team.
that's amazing. That's just mind blowing. I mean, just to see you get to work with, you know, because you worked with some fantastic choreographers in the past, like Larnell and Undisputed
Yeah.
3, you know, and then you did Savage Dog with Marco. So this was like round 3 for you guys.
Yeah,
And
Marco's up there with the best of them.
oh, he is
Yeah,
hands down. I did laugh.
yeah,
You were talking about Marco playing this, you know, the crazy character. I told Ernesto that should get his own anime spin-off, like style spin-off, because he looked
yeah.
like an anime villain. The way he looked and the way
Anime
he
villain,
moved.
yeah. Looks like an evil Mark Strong with a metal fist.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Darren Shalavi in Blood Moon, where he had the steel
Oh,
fist
yes.
and he
Is
had
there
the
blood on the moon tonight?
exactly. Yeah, but and so in terms of the action, how long what would be like the what was the longest action scene you shot with Marco? Like how long did it
Yeah,
take?
no more than 2 days. 2 days for the end fight, 2 days for the middle action sequence. Maybe three, actually. Yeah, three. Um, and like a day for the other fights, or half a day. Yeah, not easy. You got to move fast, but that's why we'll pre-visit in the gym, and we know exactly the shots we need, and we get to location, and we do our best to not cut anything out, but sometimes you need to.
Yeah, I think this is the most I've seen you and Marco fight in a movie because you guys
Yeah,
saved
the middle
tons.
action sequence is relentless, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's long and it doesn't stop, and then you think it's over and it continues. Yeah, that's my favorite bit.
Yeah, I love that fact that this movie came all together, and even working with Lucho as the crime boss Vicente, I
Yeah,
liked the backstory between you two guys because it, like I said, it
yeah.
helped elevate the film in terms of the story of the film. And
Yeah, he wasn't just a mustache twirling villain. It was shades of grey, He's a bad man, done bad things, but he genuinely loves the girl and the mom, He's
yeah,
he's a conflicted character and he played it brilliantly.
I totally agree. So, what can we expect next from you? Because this is one,
Prisoner
like
of War comes out next, which is directed by Lewis Mandalore. Did
I,
we just speak about this or was it the last interview? I can't even remember. Yeah, last interview. Prisoner of War, Lewis Mandalore directed it. It's me behind enemy lines in Batam, Japanese prisoner of war camp, forced to fight for my life. You can imagine how that goes. And I'm
yeah.
really happy with that film.
And the fact that Lewis
Um,
directed it is awesome because
yeah,
I've talked to him quite a bit a few times, and he's just brilliant. And he knows
yeah,
his action too and whatnot.
yeah,
So I know this is going to be one movie to definitely look out for sure.
yeah. Same director of photography as Diablo, Nico. He's fantastic. The guy who did the action for Monkey Man. Um, yeah, it's good. People are going to be happy with that one.
Oh,
So look forward to September as well.
it's coming out September. So
Yeah,
we gotta. Oh, awesome. All
yeah,
right. So that guy marked that on my calendar now. So
yeah. Summer of Adkins.
yep. This is the year of Scott Adkins. Let's just face
Wow.
it. Like
There's a
you're
few
the
coming out, yeah.
yeah,
And then maybe Warpath comes out. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
yeah, but you are definitely one of the busiest actors out there today, and obviously you love doing the work, and I like I said, I've been a huge fan ever since Special Forces. I can go back as that's where I really
Yeah,
started watching your stuff, and I always watch your YouTube channel, the Art of Action series, and
yeah,
it's
thanks.
such a favorite of mine to watch, and
Yeah.
you're just you're like one of my idols at this point, man. You're definitely one of my heroes.
I wish I could do some more art of action. It's so time consuming. I had to just put it to one side. I
Yeah.
need an editor and a producer or something.
Well, you never know what can happen, but
Yeah,
in the meantime, Diablo will be out this Friday. It is, I totally agree. It's one of your best movies, hands down.
brilliant.
Not just great action scenes, but a fantastic story that just keeps it driven. And
Yeah.
I can't say enough, Scott, about you, but thank you so
Oh,
much.
thanks, Albert. I'm glad you liked it. I will continue to do my best to entertain fans of action martial arts. And yeah, it's great, great, great to hear that, mate. Great to hear that. Thank you.
And I hope when Prisoner of War comes out at some point, we should talk about that too, because that's going to be awesome.
Yes, let's absolutely do that.
All right. Well, you take
Yeah.
care. And as always, Scott, stay awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Albert.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
See you.